Okay, guys, what's up? Today is November 5th, 2022. This is Timmy Talk MTG's YouTube channel. Haven't been on here for a few years, I know. Anybody that's watching this, I really appreciate you. I got up this morning, it's a Saturday. I couldn't sleep. I got up about 5:30, and so I just decided maybe it's time to make a YouTube video. Since my last video, a lot's changed. Well, for one, the market's changed. I think the market was just heating up my last video, 2020, 2021, maybe something around then. And, well, I guess it was roaring by then. But anyway, I have become more of a played card and player of vintage collecting type stuff than I have been of a grader as of recently. Prices at the grading companies just got insane. I think I just think they're kind of biased or, you know, I think biased is a good word. Anyway, I won't go on about that. I won't belabor that. Anyway, right now, again, November 5th, 2022, the market's pulled back a little bit from the highs. You know, you've got all the market commentary. I'm not out here to be another market commentary guy. I just want to kind of document my journey, my experience. And today I've picked up a few of these sapphires along the way, a 5, a 4, a 3. I'm not really loyal to any one grading company, but I used to like BGS the best, but now it's just about value. I don't really grade much just because the prices they've gone sky high. The service has gone way down. By the way, I paid $3,200 for this. I paid $3,200 for this card in 2022. So here we go. So I want to free this card up so I can play with it. That is the goal here. Otherwise, I would have just let it sit here. I got the storage for graded 3s or 4s or whatever the case may be. I don't necessarily need to. I don't worry about the space. You know, and I really don't do this a lot. Gosh, before I really knew this technique, I was starting with a hacksaw and then trying to pry it. So, you know, I learned something from the internet. You know, I watch Rudy videos occasionally, not as much as I used to, just like any kind of creative person. You know, sophomore years or the junior, senior years, I think it's tough to have the same concentration of content as they do in their freshman year. But I still enjoy his videos. Lately, he was talking about, you know, the disconnect between Wizards of the Coast and the market. And I think it's pretty apparent. I think I would agree with his position on that. But as I said, the grading companies have just become crazy expensive, inconsistent. These BGS cases, I don't know if you've noticed, sometimes the inner sleeve, the welding on the inner sleeve is terrible. It's rough. And I've seen it damage the edges of cards. Now with the 3, I'm not worried about it at all. But still a beautiful card, heavily played there. It'll go nicely in the deck I'm building, which is a 93-94 deck. Not 100% settled on the whole list yet, but I guess I need some scissors here. I got scissors. So, you know, the grading companies, and then not to mention just the prices. You know, the premium people are paying for a graded card. Obviously, if it's got premium grades, you know, the market doesn't lie. It's worth what it's worth. But I've been enjoying myself. I've really enjoyed actually playing the game. I guess part of the reason it took me so long to get into the game is I didn't really know anyone to play with. I mean, I just had friends that that were not into Magic, essentially. I mean, I had some acquaintances, but just knowing that I, you know, for whatever reason, spent a lot of time with. So I met a group. I met one gentleman through transacting through eBay, or off eBay rather. and we stayed in touch. And he began playing again with some of his old friends. So I got introduced there. And you know what? I'm just having a blast. So I guess it makes sense why I would be more focused on these played or playing cards rather than graded cards. It is a weird psychological thing, you know, if you got a raw, ungraded but really nice specimen, it's just like you can't. Sometimes, for my personality anyway, I cannot bring myself to play such a card. For instance, I talked about always using gloves in one of my former videos, but look at me now. I mean, this obviously, no need for gloves. Now, I got something else here. Well, hang on, let me throw a sleeve on this. I got something else here I wanted to show. I know that Eye Candy kind of sells YouTube videos, so I want to appeal to that as well. But this is not Eye Candy. This is just something interesting. Open this damn thing. Here we go. Oh, might help if I took these off. Always wear eye protection when cracking those, or at least put a towel over it. I just don't have the time to make these videos, so one day I intend to make more of these. It's just hard to find the time. You know, I used to buy a lot of sealed product and stored up on that. And lately I've been converting a lot of that into this vintage played stuff. So just repositioning or rebalancing. Whoops, put myself in the line of the camera there for a minute and had to cut. Also, obviously, I had myself upside down. Whoops again. Anyway, one thing I like to do is I like to write the basis on the cards. Where's my marker? Here it is. And the year that I bought it. And then I give it a couple minutes to dry out before re-sleeving it. But something else I have here that's kind of interesting is, if you're familiar with the, gosh, I'm gonna mess up the name here, so forgive me. But it's like the, I think 1998-99 World Championship decks. It's like 8 or 10 decks that are put together, and each player that played in the top 8, I think it's the top 8, yeah. And each player that was in there has like a little gold stamp on the card with their signature. So anyway, I bought one off eBay, and it happened to be, I noticed the guy's last name was Hammer, or maybe his handle was Hammer Comics or something. I think that's what it was. His handle was Hammer Comics, and I think his last name was Hammer as well. But you see, oh yeah, we might as well show that Sapphire. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I wasn't even in front of the camera. This is much better, although it hurts my back. So it's a BGS 3, fairly nice specimen. Whoop-de-doo, right? Whoop-de-doo. But I love it. I absolutely love it. It's, look at that thing. That will look so nice in one of these decks. And by the way, so what I've been playing, I built, well, my favorite, obviously, I never get to play it, but my favorite is Paradoxical Outcome. I've also got this 93-94 Bayou Lightning, a list from one old Inquest magazine, a black-green with like 4 Juzams and like 3 or 4 Berserk, and all the things you'd expect to find. And then now I'm building, I don't know, some kind of blue-black 93-94 deck. That's what this is going into. And I really haven't settled on the list. Obviously I got to have some Mind Twist. I got to have Mana Drain, probably 4 Counterspell, probably 3 or 4 Hypnotics, a few Juzam, Mind Twist, do the fun stuff, So, what the heck? Okay, here we go. Wrong sleeve. Anyway, so anybody that's watching this, I appreciate you watching it. I got these cards from the guy that was one of the top 8 finalists. I think he might have been on the top half as that as well. I think he might have been top 4. I don't really know. Forgive me, Mr. Hammer. I don't remember the details, but God, he was such a nice guy. I just really appreciate him doing this. I mean, I didn't ask for this, and he didn't make any extra promises in his listing, but see, that's that nice signature there. mean, Millstone, I don't know where I'm going to put that, but, you know, it's beautiful. That's beautiful. This thing is going in the deck. In fact, I might use both of these in this deck here. How about that? Isn't that sweet? Freaking sweet. Thank you guys for watching it. This is Timmy Talk MTG, and it's November 5th, 2022. Hopefully I can get this thing uploaded soon. All right, play on, invest on. Thanks for watching.